Hi, I'm Elizabeth Durazio coming to you from St. Mary's Church in Claremont right here on Pearl Street. And this historic community has weathered the ups and the downs of everything that's happened in Claremont, supporting not only their members and parishioners, but the whole community. I'm joined by Father Shawn Therrien, who has been here for quite some time, and everyone in the community has seen Father Shawn and the work that he's done. And he's going to tell us a little bit more about how St. Mary's works in the community.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Well, as you know, we're a Catholic parish. We've been here in this location since 1878, and a lot of history here in terms of the faith and also outreach and good works in the community. As you know, we have another church over at the cemetery, Old St. Mary's, which was begun by Father Virgil Barber, who was a Jesuit priest, and the son of the Anglican priest of the church across the street, Union Church. And he began in the 1820s, and he built the first church in New Hampshire. And it was here that I guess Catholicism really took root.
And it's interesting to think about that. When we think of Claremont and the diversity of faiths, sometimes we tend to forget there were some pioneers that got it started.
Absolutely. And at that time, when Father Virgil Barber was here, we were part of the Diocese of Portland, Maine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, as was Vermont.
Not anymore.
And before all that, it was all Boston.
Yeah. Well, Boston thinks they're in charge of everything anyways.
We shouldn't go there.
And the thing is, as the community continued to grow, there's this beautiful, beautiful church, known for its wonderful stained glass windows that encompass several different styles of art throughout the time that it's been here. And also the community has grown.
Exactly. It has. And in fact, in 1925, another church was started a mile away, St. Joseph's Church, to take care of the Polish immigrants that were here.
Polish are good people. I believe in them.
We all do. We had a Polish pope. Remember?
I got a Polish dad. Now, the thing about the church over there recently is there's been some restructuring, but we understand that it is going to stay open.
Yes. As many will know, Father George Micah tragically drowned while on vacation in the Dominican Republic, and the bishop has assured the people that the church will stay open. In terms of who will come as pastor, we have no idea yet. I always say that's above my pay grade right now.
It is. I think that's in God's pay grade. And that's kind of the situation about being Catholic, is every priest like yourself it's a mission. Tomorrow the bishop could say, we need to send you to Portsmouth, or we need to send you to Berlin. And it really is something that reminds us that, you really live a life of service. Your life is not your own.
That's true. That's true. But it's not just simply like in the military, where the commander says go and you go. Yes, that's true. But we also believe that the Holy Spirit speaks through the bishop. The bishop is not just a big priest, if you will, that wears different clothes. Rather, he's a successor to the apostles. So he's an apostle in his own right. He's Jesus among us in this diocese, which encompasses the entire state of New Hampshire.
And even though there have been the struggles with the priest shortage and things like that, where there has been things like restructuring, it's very heartening to know that places like St. Mary's are able to maintain their community. And it hasn't stopped what you're doing. You're still doing your outreach. You're still having a full Mass schedule.
Exactly.
You're still ministering to the poor and to the homebound. None of that's changed.
Exactly. It's just that priests aren't doing everything as we used to when we were many. I first came to Claremont in 1986 as a deacon, and stayed as a young priest for 3 years, and we were 3 priests here. And almost 30 years later, we're 1. So the work goes on, but obviously lay people pick up the slack and engage in not only outreach and service, but engage in evangelization, because that's what we're about.
And
preaching the gospel.
Pope Francis keeps saying the Catholic Church isn't a place of plaster statues. It's a hospital for sinners. Indeed. And a place for people who are lonely.
Well, I think that we are to be all things to all people, as St. Paul says. But the Holy Father has definitely emphasized that we are a field hospital, where we, kind of like if you ever used to watch MASH.
Yes.
Triage. We're doing triage. But we're also doing what we always did as well.
And I want to thank Father Shawn for joining us. And as we begin a new year, it's always nice to see that the continuing tradition of these faith communities like St. Mary's is still ongoing, bringing hope and the message of peace and God to the people in the Upper Valley.